You got a dad that grew up in these streets.
Yeah.
Did your dad ever give you lessons specifically about what's going on in these streets, or did he kind of shy away from talking to you about all the potential drama that you could be?
See, he never really spoke to me about any of that type of shit, because I guess he didn't want us to think that was something to be glorified. He never told us nothing about none of that shit, but he was always be like, you don't believe there's no such thing as a friend, don't believe in this, always move on your own. He always taught us that type of talk, and as I got older, I figured, oh, okay, now I understand why. But I was the type of kid like, don't stick your hand in that tank because them fish gonna bite you. I'm gonna go over there, stick my hand in the tank anyway and find out myself.
I'm not surprised that what you had to go through in your hood happened, because you know how many times I've heard this story?
Oh yeah, you OG out here. Yeah.
But it's just, I guess it's always surprising when it's like, dang, it's happening to me, right?
Yeah. I thought I was cool. But then we got a whole lot of people that went out like that. That go from like Malcolm X on down to Dr. King. I'm not necessarily Dr. King, but you know, Malcolm X got took out by people, you know what I mean? His own, that shit crazy.
Yeah. So how do you look at the hood now? I'm sure you still got a couple of
it's a couple
of close ones still, right?
It's a couple of dudes that's still cool. It's a few people that be like, oh, that's fucked up how they did the homie. But then these niggas they don't, but I don't want to get done like how if they do him like that, they do anybody like that. So they feel but then it's like they don't want to say nothing because they not in no position to say nothing. And then the rest of them niggas, I'm just like, man, fuck you snake ass niggas. Some of them niggas to me is busters too. Like they would do, from that type of shit, I remember when, I'm 43 years old, I remember when we was like 16, 15, and we was all running around and doing shit. And I'm like, damn, the shit that you trying to pump up these 16 and 15-year-olds now, you wasn't even doing when you was 16 and 15. It'll be certain niggas that go in jail, and these niggas be hiding somewhere. Then when they homie about to get out of jail, they all come back around like they all been doing shit. These the same type of dudes pumping these young niggas up to do shit that they wasn't doing when they was that age.
Yeah, and only someone your age would know that.
Yeah, and I'm now be looking at these niggas, so you run the hood? Who you running? What made you like that? Shit, you know, and that shit fake, man. All that shit fake. All that shit I did, fake. It was all worth nothing.
You're a well-known rapper, especially here locally. How much of you being a rapper and being involved in the music business you think had to do with any of this animosity?
Yeah, you know, I started, when I did that shit with you, my shit started just getting big, right? I was having motherfuckers from Russia with green rags on their necks and all that motherfuckers from Indiana, all type of different countries jumping in my DM, we want to get put on Hustler. But then when all this jealousy bullshit happened with me, one guy was like, hey, bro, you might as well just start taking them green rags on. And I explained to him what happened to me. And now he don't even be gangbanging nothing. Now he becoming a trained boxer now. And I'm like, that's good, you know what I mean? But it was a lot of dudes jumping from different states. Oh man, I'm gonna come out there and get put on Hustler and all this other stuff and shit because of the influence from the music and then the way it look on the rap videos. But I'm like, nigga, don't waste your time coming out here and get fucked over like that. These niggas ain't nobody to be following. So I mean, these niggas talk about you can't look. I mean, a big homie is supposed to be somebody that you would want to take advice from or some shit like that. I'm not going to take advice from I can't take advice from you if I don't want to trade places with you. Now, how you gonna tell me how to get rich when you 50-some years old living at your grandmama's house? You see what I'm saying? I can't take advice from, but you talk about the name of the gang is called Hustler, but everybody out there look like bums. That shit crazy. You know what I mean? You had some niggas that shit is just all bullshit, bro. It's just a bullshit lifestyle. Some niggas knew that everybody was doing bad, so they would work a bullshit ass 9 to 5 for some chump change, and they would just like to come through and just pull up in a car that they paying $500 a month on and living check to check just so they can look good in front of niggas who really ain't doing nothing. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Now, was this going on with you before Nipsey got killed or after Nipsey got killed?
It was lingering before he got killed, but then it all hit the fan after Nipsey got killed. We was hanging with Nipsey before he got on. Through my nigga Kareem and him and shit, where I was telling you the homie Tyler little brother and shit. You know what I mean? DJ Sidekick and all in.
So I wanted to ask you, when you saw Nipsey get killed, basically somebody from his own neighborhood, you know, some inside stuff. What was you thinking?
I was thinking when this shit happened with me, I'm like, damn, they finna Nipsey Hustle a nigga. Not like that, but I'm just saying that's you know, that good shit. They gonna Malcolm X a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And countless other black people that got took out by internal bullshit.
So in a situation like that, it's like you almost just got to stay away, huh?
Yeah, I just don't. They don't. You know, a lot of them niggas. You know, I was the East Side. Some of them niggas don't even come past Vermont. You know what I mean? That's just what that's. So I ain't worried about seeing none of them dudes. And if I do, man, I pray to God that I don't go to jail or I don't get hurt.
I know, because you've been doing good. You haven't been to prison in like, what, almost 10 years, huh?
Yeah, and you know, that's the positive thing I could say about that, too. Once them niggas did that bullshit and I stopped fucking with them, it just felt like a big weight had been lifted off my shoulders. And then I guess if it's the universe or you want to call it God, but doors just been opening up for me. Doors been opening up. A lot of good stuff has happened since that shit happened. Maybe it was meant for that to happen to me, you know what I mean? Just so I could get my fucking shit together. I ended up, you know what I mean? Because I wasn't doing nothing out there but wasting time. Niggas ain't out there doing nothing but trespassing and loitering.
So they know you figured it out, and they like, okay, Mr. CR, I guess, is gonna stay away. He ain't coming through. And
then can't none of them niggas, they slandering my name. They was lying, talking about smoke crystal meth and all that kind of bullshit. Nigga, I don't do none of that. I don't do none of that. But they was putting smut on my name. I'm like, man, all that. I'm like, but. They know all them niggas, they calling me a buster and all this other bullshit, but when they see me face to face, you already know what the deal gonna be. If I see it, they already know what the deal gonna be. It's just easy to talk crazy when you know I'm not coming back over here. I could've threw my life away. Them niggas be standing outside with no guns or nothing. It was half the time I'm the only nigga out there with the shit on me waiting for, I could drive over there and then throw my whole life away for what? The homie told me that the other day, he was like, well, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this shit. He was like, if you don't give a fuck about this shit, why you still talking about it? Just let that shit go. So I just let that shit go. Man, I wish nothing but the utmost bullshit to happen to all them niggas. I wouldn't wish jail on nobody. Fuck them niggas. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm moving forward with my life. That's the only blessing I got out of that. It just woke me up to,
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Feel free to comment below so you can give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related episodes to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description. And thanks for watching StreetTV.net.